Well, this is definitely not how I wanted to announce this. This video was going to be all about how I'm super excited and bought another bike. Plans are a little different. I just bought this thing on Wednesday. It's now Saturday. I've ridden this thing like 3 times. And key in, we turn this right here, push on the turn. This thing has 9,700 miles on it, and it does not run. And I know it sounds like the battery may be dead right now. However, I just took this thing on a ride all the way out to San Clemente, Cars and Coffee. Rode perfectly fine all the way there. On my way back, so I hopped onto the freeway, and as I was merging into the lanes, I laid onto the throttle, and then all of a sudden, there was no throttle. I pull off to the side, the bike's idling super crazy, and then it shuts off. I'm sitting on the freeway. I need to at least try and get this thing off the freeway. Turn it back on. It fires right back up. It sounds like it's idling all right. I hop back on it. It seems like it's driving completely fine. And I proceed to go another maybe 2 miles down the road, and again run into the same thing. I'm in the furthest left lane before the carpool lane, roll into the throttle, and it's nothing. Dies out again. Now the bike completely dies, and I'm on the freeway coasting with no throttle whatsoever. The bike shut off at this point, and I go all the way over to the side of the shoulder, pull off to the exit. Thankfully, I was right next to the exit. I then limped it 35 miles an hour all the way back home. And there's a couple of things that I found upon further inspection. First thing I wanted to notice is after one ride, the welds for the Springer seat, perfect. Also, the airbox came undone. This is the airbox. Not a huge deal, but shouldn't have happened. And if you guys come down here, you see these 2 bolts that are missing right here? That's to the starter. The starter, if you guys can see up right here, has now shifted position. Sick. Maybe small fixes, maybe not. So right now I am waiting on a tow. We're gonna go down to the shop, we're gonna have them assess it, and then I will know how much work I need to put into this thing to get it running. It's a little upsetting. I don't want this to be super negative, but that's where we're starting today. I'm sorry for the crappy attitude. Mocha. Nice. Okay, so now that we've loaded the bike onto the tow truck, it's time to head down to Mach 1 Motorcycles and Performance in Costa Mesa. Never met these guys in my entire life. Called them up, they said, yeah man, let's make it happen. I don't know if they're great or if they're not, but we'll find out together. And just like that, we're back at my buddy's house, and I have the bike back in my possession. You may be asking yourself, does it run? Nope, absolutely it does not. So we dropped the bike off at Mach 1 Motorcycle and Performance in Costa Mesa, and it sat there for about 4 days, and they were trying to figure out what the problem is, and they boiled it down to terrible wiring. Obviously there's been some shady work, so they're determining that it is a power issue to the stator and the rectifier. However, both of them tested good. It's wiring in between there that got fried. They wanted to charge me around 500 bucks to get this job done, and I was like, you know what, I'm more than capable of wiring this thing myself. I don't want to spend 500 bucks and then that still not fix the issue for it to not run. So I pulled it back. I decided now that I'm going to run through the entire bike myself. But first things first is we got to fix the issue that we think that it is. So as you guys can see right here, zip tied to my bike, the reason the bike stopped working. As you can see, somebody JB welded these wires in here. So obviously this was an issue before, and they didn't want to take the time to redo this plug, because this whole plug, you can see there are burnt connections inside. This is what I'm going to be replacing it with. This is a weather sealed plug, okay, from both ends, from the wiring on the inside and inside the clip, so I know that nothing is going to get inside of this. I've already got the battery disconnected, wires are already cut. Let's get this thing in here. Plug in the battery and see if this thing starts. Yeah, let's see. clip that you guys saw was of me putting the battery back in this thing and getting it to turn on. That did not fix our issue, unfortunately. So today I'm gonna try and ride and show you guys what I'm experiencing. So it's fine like this in the lower RPMs, and then as soon as I kind of get into it, okay, it's not gonna want to do it right now, but I'm gonna try and emulate it for you guys. So like right now, I don't know if you can kind of hear that, but it's like jumping a little. Not acting up for us here, but oh, there we go. Yeah. And now we're down on throttle, so it's not happy. And an unusual part that's like I was talking about. Okay, yeah. See, like I'm full here. It's jumping around. It's not happy. Now we're in second. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, I'm like kind of twisting the throttle pretty good, and we're down bad here. And it feels like it's like a fuel starvation issue or a carburetor issue. But the thing for me is that the bike ran totally fine all the way to get home, all the way out to Cars and Coffee, 100%, didn't miss a beat. And then all of a sudden on the freeway, it was out. We're going into this parking lot because there's an O'Reilly's over here. I need to get a spark plug gapper because that's part of the issue that we're going to try and remedy here today. We're going to try and do the cheap and easy things. I bought a battery, I bought some spark plugs, and let's try and just maybe it's the ignition, right? Let's just easy fixes first. Cars when you're on bike. See, and then when it's idling, now it's revving fine. It's like, I don't get it. So we got our spark plug gapper. That took a whole 2 seconds. Let's put this in my pocket. And I want to show you guys, after sitting for a total of, we'll say 2 minutes that I was in here. I'm gonna turn it back on. Fires right back up. I would split this lane right now, but I do not feel comfortable doing that because I don't know if the bike's gonna die or not, and I don't want to get stuck in the front and not be able to move. So like right now it's a little skippy, but it's not running that great, huh? It is not. You can hear it in that low RPM. I just don't know what it is. Maybe there's a multitude of different problems at the same time, you know? Yeah, there we go. This thing is not happy. Now it's all poppy. See, now that makes me feel like it's a carburetor issue. It's got to be a fueling issue somewhere, right? Fuel filter, maybe? And it would be such a beautiful day. It'd be such a beautiful day to go ride out on PCH. I live so close to the beach, it's not even funny. And it's beautiful to go ride down PCH on a motorcycle next to the water, the breeze. It's just a great time. However, a great experience is taken away by a shit riding experience. He didn't tell me that he changed the fuel filter until after I broke down and then called him, and I was like, hey, this left me stranded on the fucking freeway, bro. He said he changed the fuel filter, and I was like, okay. So now I'm starting to piece things together, obviously after the fact. So maybe he like seafoamed it, put it inside the gas tank because it was running like crap, and the seafoam kind of cleaned it out a little bit, and then he put the new filter in, and maybe there's dirt and debris that's either in the tank, in the fuel system, or the carbs are dirty that are now not okay. I have no idea. But look, I'm like, I should be throttled and disappeared right now because this bike is actually real quick, but oh, there we go. Now we're dead. We're dead completely. Nice. Let's get down in some gears. Sick. We're all the way down in neutral. Not starting. Sick. Let's wait a little bit. Come on, it's kicking. Alright, V. We're so close to Tommy's house. That light down there. That light down there. Okay. So, it's not a much space to be. Shut it off, shut it back on, turn it back on. There we go. See, I'm telling you. And then look, now it wants to run good. What the fuck? This bike is like so finicky. Now we're down on power again. And now you guys know my frustration. I'm glad I caught that on camera. All right, so you guys saw how the bike was dying. If any of you guys know out there who are watching this video what this possibly could be, comment down below. Please help your boy out, because I am struggling to figure out and backtrack whatever the heck this guy may have done. But it's been a few hours. This thing should be cooled down. I'm gonna do the spark plugs right now, put a new battery in, and hopefully, crossing our fingers, that this fixes our issue. I don't think that it is. I feel like it's some sort of fueling issue. So I'm gonna do that. Actually, you know what? At the same time, I'm gonna pull off this seat, check the fuel filter, and just hopefully, let's see if miraculously something is in there and it's blocking the fuel delivery. Maybe that may be the reason why it's not performing correctly or running correctly. So here is a, oh shit, these things are burnt. Have her come here. You guys can see we have the fuel filter right here, and I don't know how well you guys can see this, but as we rotate, look, there's like rust and dirt inside this filter. Yeah, it's orange. It is dirty. That's disgusting. I think I know what our problem is, boys. Now, I don't know how much of that went into the carb, but obviously that means that shit's gotta be in there. And that means there's rust somewhere in this line, which is probably means there's rust inside of this tank. Frustrating, frustrating, frustrating. That's like raises a couple of questions. If there's rust in this tank, is this tank the original tank that came on the bike? That also makes me second guess the odometer. Is the odometer true? He sold me a 9,000 mile bike. Okay, if this bike has more miles than 9,000, I'm gonna come after this guy for sure. Ooh, I'm just frustrated, man. Maybe I'm going a little overboard, but at least that means there's rust in the tank. How long did this bike sit? What other problems did it have? Literally, on the ad, it said no mechanical issues whatsoever. Ride it home today. It will last forever. What a fucking shitbag. What a shitbag, huh? The guy is also a realtor in Southern California. I have all of his realty information and his firm information, his phone numbers. So I really don't want to expose this guy right now and put him out there. Bro, let me try and get a freaking light in here. There is chunks. That's really frustrating. There is a lot of rust inside this tank. Like, not just a little bit of surface rust, like a lot. Ugh. It's time to drain this tank. That's gonna be it for this video, I think. I think I'm gonna call it right here. Obviously, we have a lot of projects to go through with this. You guys comment down below if you think I got, because obviously I did. Damn, man. Not even a week into having this bike and it's already down, and I got a shit ton of stuff to do for it. That's insane. Never thought I would have got like this. But here we are. Comment down below if you guys are excited to see bike content, if you guys don't care for it whatsoever. My bike content previously fell flat on its face and nobody wanted to watch it, and then maybe a year and a half later, after I'd already sold the bike, it exploded. Some of these videos have like 30, 40, 50,000 views. It's insane. So I'm excited to hop back on the bike because I love it. I absolutely love it, and I'm excited to have another one. And I got the okay to have one for my complex, so I'm stoked. A lot of work to do. If you guys are excited, comment down below, let me know what you guys think, subscribe, and catch you guys in the next video. Bye.